Welcome, 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 all my lovely heroes and villains out there to another Wednesday Webcam Weekly. This is going to be an action-packed one. And for that reason, I've brought my main man, my compadre, my good friend, my teammate, my boy, everyone's boy, Tamren Cardwell. Tam, welcome back, my friend. How are you?
I'm swell. Doing fantastic, man. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, dude. We have an absolutely insanely stacked pre-show to get into with you guys this evening. So I needed to pull some serious weight. I needed to bring some power into my corner because as we could see by the amount of people sitting here right now, they know that we've got some crazy things to talk about, don't we, Tim?
Yeah. When you invited me on, you were like, "Hey, dropping a big announcement." I was like, "It couldn't be that big of a deal." It's gonna be a big deal. So stick around, guys, as we make our way through them.
Yeah, you doubted my power, Tam. But guys, we're gonna scale up through this pre-show, guys. We got a couple of little things to talk about before we can drop the big bombs on y'all. And the first thing that I want to let you guys know is that the design team, our lovely design team, has thrown another super duper sick article out there all about building a sealed deck. As people, creators, both Tam and I have made videos on this whole process. It's extremely interesting, and there's some really awesome insight there that I think you guys should all go check out.
Yeah, we can only go so far when it comes to trying to figure out what was inside the design team's head as they were making sealed decks, but getting it from the men themselves, the people, straight from the horse's mouth, is really insightful. That article was a good one to read for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing when Alliteration Gaming and Tamren Cardwell tell you, hey guys, this card is probably pretty good for sealed. It's another thing when the men who freaking make the cards say, hey, I promise you, this card was designed to be made to be good for sealed. So it's a really cool article, and you guys should go check that out. And while you're browsing the interweb, maybe also stop by somewhere and on the UGN app, perhaps, maybe sign up for some local PSCs, because holy cow, we got those going on right now as we speak. Season 2 of these is well underway, and if you tuned in at all last week, we got a really good look at all those provisional promo cards in there. A lot of alliteration in that one, and holy cow, those things are freaking gorgeous.
Oh, they're so awesome. Love the new cards. Love all the new attacks. That the little triple art of Midoriya Mirio overhaul with their shadows in the background is so
fighting
cool.
Spirit. Oh my god. Yeah, the art on those cards are beautiful. The style is fantastic. Those are some of my favorite art assets from the entire ARC's promotional period. I'm very happy to see them on these also very powerful cards here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of these cards making waves, potentially in some of our upcoming RLEs, maybe, like perhaps, well, not quite the one this weekend, because they're not quite legal yet, but we have a whole slew of them coming up in the future. And honestly, let's backtrack a little bit, because this weekend, Tam, I think you might be a little part of that, huh?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, we've got the unfun stuff webcam RLE happening. The first RLE that will have set 5 legal for it. It's going to be crazy what Undaunted Raid does to the competitive format, busting it wide open. It's really anybody's game.
Yeah, the set has been officially out in the wild now, completely in the hands. No pre-orders, no pre-releases, no nothing. The set is out. It's in stock. It's on shelves. Players have all over the place have gotten these cards in their hands and are really doing some super duper crazy things with them. There are so many titans from that set that I expect to see. There's also just so many rogue characters I expect to see. I know one of the last times that you and I talked about what we were excited to see in set 5, Tam, was the characters, right? Every character feels like a real dedicated player could sneak their way into a top 16 with them.
100%. I think the design team really knocked set 5 out of the park when it comes to the quality and how impactful these cards are going to be into the game. It makes me very happy, and I think the next format is going to be really healthy, just strictly due to the diversity that will be there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I really cannot wait to see what everyone brings out to show their fellow players, their community, and of course, you, myself, and Andrew as the casting team for the weekend. It's going to be jam-packed. But guys, that's That's enough rehashing. You all know these things. It's enough. Very very near future. It's time to talk about what's coming a little bit further in the future. We've got two real nice bombs to drop on you guys. First one is going to be a little bit sooner, guys. Tam, it's time to talk a little bit about GenCon.
Yeah, Gen Con was a massive success last year. If not one of the biggest tournaments that we had. Insane tournament, huge multi-day turnout, tons of events happening every day of Gen Con. But probably the coolest thing that happened at Gen Con was the Gen Con exclusive promos. And
Yes.
this year's no different. Here's our first sneak peek at the promos that we're gonna get to see.
Now, one of the coolest things about this promo set that we're showing you guys today is all y'all are getting are the arts. I will say these are going to be alt arts. These are not unique cards. These are alternate arts, but we're just showing y'all the arts for today. You guys are going to have to get your boots on the ground at Gen Con itself to see what these cards actually are. But visually speaking, I don't care what they are, Tim. I'm so sold on just the art, man.
Yeah, it looks super rad as these cycle through. There's like a fun theme. Last year at Gen Con we had the like fantasy medieval theme. This year all of our art is the students in their uniforms having a summertime snack.
Yeah, as a resident cowboy, as a resident Texas member, I am probably one of the most familiar here with the summer heat. I think it's been like 100 degrees minimum during the day the last couple weeks here where I am, and I am ready to, just like the students here, be beating the summer heat with some nice some nice popsicles, some nice ice cream treats. I mean, Todoroki's literally just like chugging a cup of ice. I absolutely, Kirishima's got his sleeves all rolled up. I love these so much.
They're rad. They're very cool. So what do you think this Midoriya card is? Like, if you had to take a guess, shoot from the hip.
I feel like it's got to be a new one, right? I feel like it would feel so strange if it wasn't a new one. If I was going to go with any Deku 4 card, man, I could maybe see body rejuvenation, right? He's eating his popsicle, he's rejuvenating his body.
Yeah, I like that. I like that answer. It could also be a card from the past, It could be what's the Midoriya card that says after you discard it, do the thing?
Oh
What's that
man,
card
any
called?
means necessary?
Yeah. That hasn't been reprinted, right?
No, that one has not gotten one of the alternate arts. I think it's mostly the Midoriya 1 cards, right, that have gotten the alt art treatment. I think the Midoriya 2 ones is like new training method. We have new training method, right? Constantly improving, kind of a Midoriya 2/3 card. It's bounces around there. But I'm really excited to see like this whole slew, man. As we kind of cycle through them here, Ida looks absolutely fantastic, holding his big old ice cream cone, looking like an absolute dork.
Looks like we got Kirishima on the screen. Oh, now they're cycling. Perfect. Yeah, the arts look super rad, and I like the kids that they picked. Right, obviously Kirishima being a fan favorite. Ida has some great cards. I love Ochako. Oh, she dropped her stuff. She dropped it. She's a klutz. It's awesome.
Can you imagine that? She can literally make everything float. She's still dropping stuff. Classic Ochako.
Yeah.
Classic Ochako. It's honestly it's almost hard to think about what some of these are, right? Because our main 6 students here have seen so many different alt arts over like the promo series that you almost have to sit down and go, man, how many are even left for these guys?
Right. Well, luckily for us, like Midoriya and Kirishima just got a brand new set, but there's still tons of spots, tons of space to explore. Like when we look at like the Ochako card, this easily can be like a confused, right? Taking away keywords is going to be massive inside of the next set, or inside of sets moving forward. So I think confused for Ochako makes tons of sense. Chat, I would love to know what you guys think as well. We're sitting here watching.
I want ice gliding for this Todoroki one, man. I want ice gliding. That card's everywhere. Totally deserves an alt art. I'll be sad if the Kirishima one's not unbreakable. That card's insane.
That's fair. It also could be Red
Mhm.
Riot is the coolest. He's eating a popsicle. He's rolling up his sleeve.
Oh, he's the
The
coolest.
coolest, the
Oh my.
coldest, even
Oh
the
my god.
chillest.
This is why I brought you here, Tam. This is why I brought you here, man. Absolutely. Yeah, these look fantastic. I cannot wait to see what the actual cards are, and I cannot wait to get to Gen Con and actually get my hands on them. So, guys, remember, if you're not already going to the amazing, convention as a whole that is Gen Con, we're gonna have so much stuff going on back there. We're gonna be bringing our demo booth back. It's gonna be a fantastic experience. If you were there last year, then you have some inkling of how much we're gonna be turning up the heat, literally and figuratively, with these promos here going into this year's experience. I cannot wait to see everyone there. But Tam, you know where I really can't wait to see everyone?
Where is that, Levi?
A little place called Dallas, Texas. And you know why
What's
I
in
can't wait
Dallas,
to see
Texas?
people there, Tim?
What could possibly be in Dallas, Texas? Are you moving?
You ever heard of a little thing called Star City Games Con?
I have recently heard about Star City Games Con.
Yeah, only one of the biggest tournament organizers for trading card games in the entire world, and who host one of the largest card game conventions in the entire country in Dallas, Texas. You know, that sounds like a really good place to hold something like, I don't know, the Pro Hero Nationals.
Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Yeah, Nationals is happening at SCG Con in Dallas over the weekend of October 20th through the 22nd.
I am so excited. Aside from just being, in my home state here, in my stomping grounds, so excited to continue to carry the Texas flag, getting to run Dallas back, but instead now we're doing it at one of the biggest gaming conventions ever. This is just a massive W. This is, I can tell you, this is why things have taken a little minute to organize as far as getting this info to you guys. It's because of the gravity of what we were working with right here, and getting ourselves set up and confirmed and locked in for SCG Con. It is going to be amazing. They're also, these guys have been holding some of the biggest card game events for ages and ages now. They were huge, pretty much the biggest Magic organizer for like a decade or so. They've moved on to other games like Flesh and Blood. Tam knows some Flesh and Blood, and now finally dipping our toes into the MHA CCG. It's gonna feel really, really good, Tam, to stand with some real titans on the weekend of October 20th.
Completely agree. But this is North American Nationals.
You're right.
We can't forget about the rest of the world. Chat, I see you blowing up as well.
I
Friends
would never
in
forget about them.
The EU, my friends in the OCE, we've got dates for you guys as well. EU Nationals is happening in Sheffield, South Yorkshire on the UK, October 6th through the 8th.
And then the
Man, how
following
exciting.
weekend,
And
yeah,
in-person Nationals.
Oh man, this is so exciting. We literally have this like flurry of Nationals, right? Because on the very, very next weekend, OCE is getting their own in Auckland, New Zealand from October 13th to 15th. So we got like we've got a roadmap here, Tam.
Back to back.
Holy cow. All I can say is it's gonna be a very, very busy few weekends for old Levi here.
It certainly is. So yeah, the highest level of competitive play for this year is happening in October, and one of the best ways for you to prep and prepare for that is to obviously see you at GenCon, obviously play in these all these RLEs, but the easiest, most consistent way is to play on Webcam Wednesday.
It's true. It really does all come back to the Wednesday webcam weeklies, guys. Like I said, we have our little roadmap here. No matter what level you're playing the game at, there's so many fantastic ways to enjoy it. That's our news, guys. That's our pre-show. Holy cow! What a amazing pair of behemoth announcements, right? For us to bring you guys to the fold. As two people who spend quite some time in the community, right, Tamren? GenCon promos and Nat States have probably been like the hottest topics recently.
I wake up and check Twitter. I wake up, I check Discord. I wake up, look at my phone, and roll back over. I just go back to bed.
Back to
But
bed.
no longer. No longer. We have dates.
We do,
Huge.
and they're glorious. I'm so excited. The Dallas run back. I could not be happy about this. But before we truly sign off, we've got a little bit of time left, so I've actually got something in store for you guys. Something really, really, really cool that I want to show off to you guys. Last time, I had the honor of showing you guys the beauty of our provisional promos on hand in person, and I've got something different that was very recently kind of sneakily revealed to you guys that I think y'all deserve a much better look at, especially for anyone hoping to participate or even take down an RLE very, very soon. So guys, Tamren and I will bounce back out of here for just a quick second and then come back with that. Stay tuned.